Yesterday, and for LSU, Amanda, they desperately need to bounce back after a rare run rule loss.
Yeah, they need Sydney Berzon, their ace, to step up and give them a quality start. Their pitching give up a lot.
Kendra Falby, terrific slap hitter, is retired on a ground ball to Sierra Dan. 16 home run, 70 RBI season for Tim Walton's Florida Gators. And Shoemaker goes down swinging. In the dirt, the nasty late drop. Florida made LSU pitchers throw 168 pitches yesterday in just 6 innings. And Otis works a 7-pitch walk here.
Her inside, she'll get hit by several pitches and then even be able to extend her bat on those outside pitches with the way that she steps across.
And she almost got hit by this one on 3-1. It's a free pass either way, and Berzon has walked back.
Obviously not going to make too big of an impact on the pitcher herself, but maybe mess with the hitter's eyes a little bit.
Throws her on 2-2 for a strikeout. 2-1. Gatorade National Player of the Year. And Coffey lays a bunt down. Brown gives way to Kenley Cahalan. Excellent third baseman throws out Coffey.
Fill in that center field position with Sierra Briggs graduating.
And to slow down the bat here and pops out to the shortstop Riley Holtorf. So 2 outs from gold-clad supporters. Chelsea Clark has the plate today. Smokey Eds at first, Ron Burkhardt at third. And a high fly to center. Kendra Falby finds it in the sunshine. Ava Brown with a 1-2-3 first inning to the second at Tiger Park. Two. Struck her out. Another strikeout on the drop ball. There's number 3, and that pitch is humming.
Brand new left side of the infield for Florida this year. New faces.
3-1's off the end of her bat. Grabbed by Sierra Daniel. So Berzon has retired.
Inside drop ball to the right-handed hitters on point, on command.
Brown over to third base. Danica Coffey completes a 1-2-3 second. LSU middle of the lineup.
Onslaught of offense by Florida yesterday, who scored the most runs versus LSU in program history.
That was their biggest win over LSU in 11 years. Ava Brown in the circle today has retired the first 4. First pitch pop out for the
out the bat of Danica Coffey.
The senior Mackenzie Rudity with a sweet swing to the gap. Rudity thinking about 2, will hold at 1. LSU's first base runner. A single from Rudity on her senior weekend. 3 1/3, 3 earned on Friday against Alabama. A ground ball from Hodge to her counterpart Holtorf, who gets the 6-4 fielder's choice out. Route number 2. Both these from players from Montgomery, Texas, McKee and Brown. As Maddox puts one in the air to Kendra Falby. 2 scoreless innings for Ava Brown. That one on just 10 pitches. See the All-American Berzon.
Sometimes will look a little bit like her changeup has been a pitch that's kept them off balance as well.
First pitch swing for Riley Holtorf. Shy of the warning track and left. It's a 1-pitch out against the number 9 hitter.
One of the best, most disciplined teams in the country when it comes to chasing out the strike zone.
And Falby fists it over to Daniel. Done a great job on Kendra Falby in this series. 461.
Of course, last night with what happened.
A high chopper to first, and no chance to get the freshman Shoemaker as she legs out the Gators' first hit.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you get Taylor Shoemaker to...
And yesterday there was no 7. Otis smacks it to the shortstop Hodge. So Berzon finally dented for a hit. She's through 3 scoreless. We'll hear from Florida head coach Tim Walton on the other side.
Texas, I mean, Texas did show some fight. They were down 8-0 tied it back up 8-8. Oklahoma would go on to win it.
A Leno looper is squeezed by Mia Williams. Yeah, it looked like we might have a run rule camp series a year ago. The two newcomers to the SEC. Up the middle, there's a base hit. Sierra Daniel, the number 9 hitter, has the Tigers' second hit. Danica Coffey, a big part of that, grounds to third into a double play. That is a once in a blue moon type of occurrence. Again,
Go underneath those drop balls so that she can live at the bottom of the zone.
Kazan's lowest career strikeout rate. She has punched out 3 today, though. But there's a walk. And Erickson has walked twice.
Right, she can get it, but kind of working against herself with her leg drive mechanics to not be able to get on top of her drop ball as much.
Ground ball to shortstop here, and the Tigers turn 2. 6-4-3 against Walsh. Her game a bit here at LSU. Or as a freshman, Beth Torina called her the wizard because she was always adding another idea, another concept. She has had some wizardry on that pitch today. It looks very good. With an RBI single yesterday in the 4-run LSU third. Their only runs of the series so far. Browns 3-2. Lassiter with a chopper to third. Cahalan's got to hurry and makes a perfect throw. A redshirt freshman of that, 6 at-bats a year ago. This ball driven to left field. Tori Edwards, number 18. She stands alone. The all-time single-season record for home runs by an LSU freshman. And she opens the scoring in this crucial game 2.
I asked Tori Edwards, what's the strength of her mechanics? And she said, I can get my hands to any part of the zone. People ask me, what's your favorite pitch to hit? And she said, I never have an answer because I'm hunting pitches I know I think I can drive. She can hit an inside pitch out, an outside pitch down, up. As a freshman, she is doing unbelievable things. Eight of them against top 25 teams now this season.
And now Macy Badger onto the gap in left center. Oh, it's tracked down by the Gold Glover, Kendra Falby. It's probably going to find its way to Kendra's glove.
Kendra Falby told me she used to be a little bit timid, but now she knows her full range. She knows she can go for everything. The people around her trust her. They're communicating to her, and she goes all out. She is a fearless center fielder and truly can do it all.
And then a line drive right to first from Rudity. Ends an action-packed fourth. Only hit was an infield single on a chopper from Taylor Shoemaker. 7-8-9 here, and Kenley Cahalan spins it back to the circle as Berzon's retired the leadoff hitter 4 out of 5 times. And a win over Alabama in the last SEC home series 3 weekends ago. And she walks Brown here. Too tight on ball 4, and Brown has the game
to the righties.
A check swing from Holtorf. It rolls past Berzon, and she's out by a whisker at first. Good play by a charging Sierra Daniel. Average, that's up to 542 runners in scoring position. Falby, a deep drive to center. That ball's off the wall to tie the game. Kendra Falby has so many tools in her toolbox. She can slap, she can bunt, or she can send one about.
She said that she's swinging about 50% of the time with the full swing, and this is a drop ball that stays up, and she just doesn't miss it. Notice that that was a mistake. More up in the zone, gets her barrel there, drives it over last.
That great catch we saw in the home fourth. Shoemaker to left field. That ball's well struck and tracked down by Leno. But a 2-out double from Ken Trafalbi, and we are all new.
To the wall and can count them out and have a good awareness of where the wall is.
Into left by Avery Hodge. That's retrieved by Otis. You missed a decimal in center field. A Rawlings Gold Glove winner a year ago. Could well repeat. 1-1 tie as this ball's grounded over to first. Reagan Walsh retires Maddox McKee.
And one more thing, too, with how they ball.
Jane Leno with 2 down, over to short. Florida has been awesome defensively today. Another quick inning, a 9-pitch inning for Ava Brown, and we're tied going to the 6th. Has been terrific with those 2 pitches in particular today. She struck out 4, she's walked 4 and given up just 2 hits. Otis lines one to third and caught and foul ground by Coffey. Tournament ever. Starting in just under 2 weeks from Athens, Georgia. Erickson rips this ball to second. It was ticketed for right field until Sierra Daniel got in the way.
Talk about a good vertical. Sierra Daniel over at second base timed up this jump perfectly. Full-fledged stretch. She could not have been stretched anymore. Could not have timed it up more.
About to throw her 100th pitch. Dangerous hitter Reagan Walsh. She's retired her twice. And Walsh with a slow ground ball kicks away from the shortstop Avery Hodge. Should have been 11th error of the season. Mia Williams first pitch swinging down the line in left. Leno has room up against the sidewall. So Berzon only had to throw 1 more pitch. The 2-2. Daniel pops it up for Holtorf. So Danica Coffey reached base 44 of her first 48 games. 1-2 slap to short. Holtorf got it there in time. Riley Holtorf's played a clean game at shortstop. Pop out to short, ground out to third for Lassiter. Who gets hit by that pitch. Just clipped on the elbow.
Out that same spot, more off the plate. Don't want your best or the best hitter to beat you.
It was just about exactly there. Outside of one pitch that veered over the middle, it was otherwise.
With the way that they can hit the changeup this year, a pitch that Oxley likes to work in there.
Swing and a miss. She threw it anyway. As much progress as LSU's made. Your regional. These are the games that will look great on the resume. And this game is anybody's game as Kenley Cahalan grounds out to short on the 102nd pitch from Sydney Berzon.
That's the thing about playing in the SEC is that both of these teams still have so many opportunities.
Come right here in Baton Rouge. Brown pops up a 1-1 to second.
And I think that's why that game was so surprising.
The Florida staff members after fouling that ball off herself. 0-2 pitch. Dug down to third. Coffey throws her out to end a 7-pitch 7th. Rudity, Hodge, and McKee need 1 to
forget about what's happened the past couple of weeks.
And that's going to help on a leadoff single from Rudity. Her 2nd hit of the game. Season. She squares, lays it down to third, and gets the job done. Winning run to second with 1 away.
It's always the best when you just don't waste any time, no foul ball.
The winning run at second, Michaela Walker. McKee with a ground ball softly to Mia Williams. In time to first, and LSU will immediately challenge. Third with 1 away. The fans tell you what they think. It is awfully, awfully close. Does the foot get down?
really about as bang as it gets. My goodness. I don't think this one gets overturned. What do you think?
The count on the field has been upheld. The runner is out.
So there you have it. Not enough to overturn. Great job by Williams and Walsh. Hitter of .434 on base percentage. Jaden Leno, the sophomore, takes ball 4. Keeps the line moving. On the second walk of the game for LSU. And now Daniel can be a hero. A ground ball to second. Williams can't field the tricky hop. And LSU walks it off. One day after being run-ruled in their stadium for the first time in years, LSU shows some character and conviction and grabs a signature win behind Sydney Berzon and some clutch offense.
Yeah, they absolutely needed this after yesterday, after the past couple of series and weeks. LSU definitely showing some fight in this one, led in the circle by Sydney Berzon. What an outing by her, one of her best outings of the season, and they needed her to step up. She did against Florida's offense that was hot coming into this game.
This last play is ruled a hit. Even if Mia Williams fields this, Amanda, I'm not sure she has much of a play at first.
Or second anywhere. Not much that she can do with it. Sierra Daniel did a good job of getting the top half of the ball against a pitcher who likes to live more up in the zone. Exactly what Sierra Daniel needed to do, put pressure on the Florida defense. Did it with 2 outs, did it on senior day, a senior weekend. They needed this win to even up this series. Beth Torina loves it with these fans.
A little extra life for Beth Torina and these Tigers today.